every successful baker is a product of hard work. Many that started their baking business from scratch had been through ups and downs without giving up. Such bakers only focus on arriving at a desirable destination in the baking industry. You're watching Baker's World on NTA. I am Funke Oyeyele. Many thanks for watching. You'll be having a delightful learning experience on the show as we expose you to a cake recipe that is not common. We have a professional baker who's been in the cake making business for over a decade. She'll be sharing with you her success secrets in the business. We'll also bring you some gist of what happened at a cake show in Abuja. We are set to inspire, educate and entertain you on this episode of Baker's World. So just relax and enjoy it. I am glad to introduce to you our baker, Omolara Olatunji, and our assistant, who will both be showing us how to make a delicious Italian cream cake. And this is one cake recipe you will love to try in a hurry, so please relax and enjoy it.
We want to observe our hygiene. First, I start from my butter. I'll be adding my vegetable shortening. Next is my sugar. Then I turn the mixture all together. The creaming will be done until it is light and fluffy. Now I'm going to introduce my flavor into the batter. The next thing in the line of action is to introduce my egg yolk one at a time. The mixing will continue in this manner for a while. The next thing I'm going to add is the combination of my flour, my baking soda, and my salt. I am adding the buttermilk now. I'm going to stop the mixer now and whisk my egg white until it gives me a stiff peak. If you want to know if you got the right peak, you can flip it up, and if it doesn't fall, that means you've got to the peak stage. Now I'm going to add the coconut flakes. I'm going to add a quarter part of this egg white into the batter. I'm folding this one in first, gradually. Gradually, I'm adding the next part. Then I will put the batter inside the pan, ready for the oven.
While we're waiting for our cake to be ready, we'll take a quick break here, and when we return, we'll be having a chat with our guest baker.
You learn to unlearn and to relearn. Don't rely on what you have learned 10 years ago. It might not be appropriate for this generation that we find ourselves. Then get how to use technology to your own advantage. Then business education is very, very important.
Our guest today is a sugarcraft artist and businesswoman. Born on the 8th of November in the small town of
Ibara Remo.
Omolara Olatunji attended Urban Day Grammar School
Elekuro.
in the city of Ibadan. For her tertiary education, she attended Ogun State Polytechnic, now Moshood Abiola Polytechnic. There, she gained her certificate in food science and technology before proceeding further to obtain a Bachelor of Science degree in the same course at the University of Ibadan. Omolara has always loved the culinary arts and had her beginner's informal training in her mother's kitchen. She, however, did not start cake making as a full-time business until 1996, after she got married and found herself at home alone in a new city with nothing to do. At this point, she could not help but get back to her first love of cake making. With her primary skills in baking, she ventured into cake making as a business. In order to step up her game, she attended several courses in baking and sugarcraft from Wilton and other well-known bakers. Today, Omolara has not only expanded her cake business, but has also ventured into event management. She's married to Mr. Joshua Olatunji and blessed with 3 beautiful children. She's the CEO of Jolakins Cakes and plans to become a household brand in the country. Join us as we chat with the gentle, kind, and industrious baker, Omolara Olatunji.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you on Baker's World. I'm so glad you could join us.
Thank you so much.
It's been over a decade in this business. Can you tell us, how did you venture into this business?
Well, actually, I started baking very long time ago when I did not know my left to the right, when I used my hand to carry sugar, use spoon to scoop butter or margarine, use makeup as my baking pan, my mother's pots as my oven. But now I know much more better. I do things in a professional way.
Can you share with us your experience in this business so far?
Yes, it has been a transformational experience over the years. From where I only know how to do only sponge cake, to doing different types of cake, having different types of clients, do multiple work in a day, in a week, in a month, and from handling difficult clients to the simple ones, to the hard one, to the soft one, to the one that will encourage you to do better, and to the one that will treat you like trash. It has been an awesome experience, and we are still growing the business.
Tell us, what has been your source of inspiration and strength?
I will say God, number one, God, number two, God, number three. Then I will say my family has been the biggest inspiration, because they push me to become a better person in business, a better entrepreneur, a better baker. They've been able to give me all the support that is needed, both at home and in the business field.
Okay. I want you to share with us some success tips, those things that have helped you along in this business.
Prompt delivery. You have to make sure that you deliver your cake in a very good time. Lateness is not allowed, unlike in other professions. Then you equally need to invest in yourself, as in form of training and in form of tools. You don't hit all the money. When you get your profits, you put some into tools, into training, then you put some into material so that you can grow in the business. Don't be too timid or be too full of yourself to ask questions, even from the little that are just growing up. Some might be privileged to know better than you, or somebody has been able to invest in them, or they have money, or they are one advantage or the other. Thereby they know more than you. Don't be too proud. You can humble yourself, ask questions, and when you need to pay, do the talking, and the rest becomes your home property to start trading with. These and more are the success tips that I have followed over the years that has helped me.
How have you been able to balance your work life and your family life all together? Because I know as a baker, a successful baker, you've been very busy and you're always busy. How do you balance it up?
It's not easy. As a baker, there's no closing time. But I would advise every baker to have a closing time, so that by the time you win the millions and the dollars outside it, you don't lose your family. So you must know how to balance up. And God has actually helped me to know when it's time for family, I give it to the family. And when it's time for business, I'm for business.
Thank you so much for having this chat with us. It's really been a great pleasure.
Thank you so much.
That was our conversation with the CEO of Jolakin Integrated Venture, Mrs. Omolara Olatunji. I hope you've been inspired by our success tips. Up next is Baker's Gist. Here are some excerpts from a cake show in Abuja for your viewing pleasure. Stay tuned.
Actually, the rose signifies love in anything. So if you are doing a elegant wedding cake, if you don't have a rose in it, it's not complete.
this cake, is it usually meant for a wedding cake?
Yes, we depict this one for a couple. Our intention is that these are the couple and this like their garden, just depicting their home. Like we have a lot of flowers in the garden, they can come there to relax, and this is a castle where the both of them are having their very good time. So mostly, if you want to perfect a wedding cake, like once you have a gazebo castle on it, just know that you're talking about a couple.
This design is made from royal icing. So we use royal icing and piping bag and nozzles to give it different shape of designs on this ones and this ones odd. This ones odd, this ones and this ones, they are all royal icing. So the different design.
How did you make it like stick together from one angle to the other, then to the other? It looks like it's a lot of work. Was it difficult, and how were you able to make them join? I mean, I can touch it and it looks a bit strong. Not that I apply too much pressure. It looks strong. How were you able to join them together, and how difficult is it?
It's just like artists. So we are used to it. It's not difficult. So to eat is a simple thing to us.
This is sugar modeling. They are all made with sugar. They are all figurine and toppers. Everything about this is edible, is sugar. Then this is another wonderful flower bouquet. All these are edible, they are all sugar flowers. We have the exotic sunflower, we have the peony, we have the roses, and a lot of them. This is stenciling technique. This is achieved with the use of mold. Then we have the couple in a sugar gazebo up there. This is another work piece made by myself. The inspiration behind this is my father of blessed memory. He was the one that ignited my passion in the baking industry. In his days, he loves to take pastries. He will ask me to make snacks for him as nightcap. From there, I keep improving before I'm able to stand on my own. That's my father's face, let me put it. No, he too used to be a chef in his day. Everything you see here is done with sugar. And this is a cake which we will all eat at the end of the event.
We start decorating our Italian cream cake with buttercream frosting with spreadable creamy cheese filling. Adding the creamy cheese on the next layer. I'm going to make use of my palette knife to remove the excess that I'm having. Okay. Now I'm going to have some fondant embellishment here, which I'm going to apply on the cake. have some bowls I'm going to put at the top. Here comes our Italian cream Christmas cake.
Wow, 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 wow. This is really, really, really beautiful. Good job. Well done. I love the color especially. It really complements very well, but I need to have a taste. So fantastic cake. Very, very delicious. You want to have a taste of this cake that I'm savoring right now? All you need to do is follow all the step-by-step procedure that our baker and our assistant have showed us today, and you can have a yummy, delicious treat like this. Well, that's all we have for you today in Baker's World. I hope that you've enjoyed it and found it as exciting and interesting as I have. So we'll come your way next week with a more exciting episode. You can follow us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can also email us on our Gmail account. It's Baker's World on NTA. Till next week, I am Funke Oyele. Bye for now.